Oh, I'm very low. Hang on. Hold on. I mean, I'm not low in my spirits. I'm low in my chair. Okay, is that better? That's better. Greetings. Good morning. Hi, Susan, John, Jane, all the regulars, all the wonderful friends. Christiane. Hello. Hi, Paul. Hi, everybody. Hey, Marla. Thank you. Yes, I chopped off, I mean, I think 6 inches of pandemic hair. Whew, gone. It feels so good. Hi, Mary Beth. Feels so good, so good, so good. And emblematic of, wow, like, making space for our our progress forward into whatever this new normal is going to look like and is going to hold. Hello, Tanya. Welcome. Well, happy Monday, everybody. Happy May, a new week, a new month. I'm Annie Moyer. This is Sun and Moon Yoga's YouTube channel. And this morning, and really for the last couple of weeks, my heart has been with India. It is a terrible, terrible situation there right now with the way that the pandemic has taken over the country and caused incredible, impossible to measure hardship on the people there. And it hits close to home because my heart is always with India, because my heart is always with yoga. And so I want everyone to really sort of grasp and digest the truth of that this practice comes from that place. And we have reveled in India's gifts to us through these teachings and in pretty direct ways. My teachers, many of them studied in India, had influence, and their teachers were among the greatest innovators of 20th century thought and practice around this tradition. And I have many friends who are from India and who have family there and who are in the depths of suffering. And I want us all to keep some things in mind. I want us all to have faith that there will be a recovery, that there is hope for the people there who are facing such dire circumstances. And I want us all to also keep in mind that in Sanskrit, the word for faith, shraddha, means where we put our hearts. It doesn't mean some magical thinking that we just hope and pray, thoughts and prayers that things will get better. Absolutely, we do hope and pray that things will get better. We do put our thoughts toward improvement, toward an image of light and love taking over the land and taking it into places of recovery and healing. But faith in the Sanskrit tradition, in the yoga tradition, means more than just thoughts and prayers. It means where you put your heart. And where you put your heart is an active process. When we put our hearts into the people around us that we love, our families of origin, and if we have children or partners, where we put our hearts means where we put our actions. Depending on your love language, it's what you do. It's your gifts of service, your acts of kindness, your words of affirmation. It's what you do. And so if we're going to put our hearts toward the people who are suffering the most in this pandemic that has affected us all personally. It means actually doing something. And I just want to encourage you, if you haven't already, to go to our website and you'll find in the blog section some links to some vetted organizations that are doing work on the ground right now in India, getting people oxygen, getting medical supplies, providing food. And so that's just my plea for us today in this community, to our hearts into action and let our faith live out in the world in a way that's meaningful and significant and has an impact. Heart also means how we practice with these bodies in which we live and hopefully thrive. And so let's do a little bit of that living and thriving in these bodies this morning. So join me, if you will, in a standing position and bring some awareness to your heart center and bring your hands together there. Take some deep breaths. Feel the full resolution of each exhale and the full inspiration of each inhale. And feel yourself living as a beating heart inside of those inspirations and resolutions. And then bend your knees a little bit. So you're sinking down with the seat and angling forward with the belly. Just a simple sink. And then from that sink, with your next inhale, spring up and out. Inhale, reach your arms up and out wide and turn your heart toward the sky. And then exhale, bring the palms back together into the sinking action. And then from there, inhale, spring up and out. Lift the heart without compressing the lower back when the hips come forward. So keep them steady over the ankles. And then a few times, just like that, exhale, sink. Inhale, spring. Exhale, sink. Inhale, spring up and out. And the next time you exhale and sink, stay there. And then on your next exhale, turn the sink into a fold and hang your head, relax your jaw. Linger there for a moment. And then bend the knees again. Rise back up, hands to the heart, and then spring up and out. So notice the hips remain stable, the pelvis centered over your ankles. The upper body is extending, opening, blooming in a way as it springs up and out. And then exhale, sink and add the fold with the knees bent. And then when you get into the depths of the fold, if straightening the legs feels good, do that. Hang the head, relax the jaw. And then bend the knees again, press into the feet, hands to the heart, and inhale, reach up, spring up and out, blooming this faithful heart. One more time, exhale, sink and fold. And then from the fold, come to a position where you can step one foot comfortably back into a lunge and sink the hips a little further down. Your hands can be anywhere. They can be on the floor, they can be on bricks, they can be on furniture, they can be in the air, however you like. And then gently release the back knee to the ground. And if you have some cushion underneath the knee, even better. And then spring up again, hands to the heart, reach up and bloom out. And release the hands back down and fold. Put your hands on something, straighten your back leg. And then spring off the back foot to step forward. Bend the knees, hands to the heart. Inhale, reach up, bloom out, and back to center. And repeat again on the other side. Inhale, reach up and out. Exhale, sink and fold down. Pause here for a moment and prepare to step the other foot back and find a soft landing for your knee. Hands to the heart, reach up and bloom out. And back to center, reach down. Tuck the back toes, straighten the back legs, spring off the back foot to step forward. Bend the knees, sink the hips a bit, and then spring up and out. Inhale, bloom, lift your faithful heart, hands to center. Adding on again, inhale, reach open wide. Exhale, sink down and fold. Inhale, step one foot back and find a soft landing for the knee. Same thing, hands to the heart, reach up, bloom out. And this time, bring the hands back together and turn to your open side. And you can you can keep the torso angling upward nice and high and just pause here. Or you can lean over sideways a little lower and land your upper arm on top of your thigh somewhere. Anywhere in between is a good place to stop. And then come back up and turn to the other side. And again, you can pause here in a twist that's held upright, suspended in air, or you can lean over and brace some part of your arm on some part of your leg. And then back up. And then release your arms and reach down. Straighten your back leg. Spring off the foot, step forward. Bend the knees, hands to the heart, reach up. Open wide and back to center. Second side, same thing. Inhale, reach up, open wide. Exhale, hands together, sink and fold. And then step one foot back. And find a soft landing for your knee. Hands to the heart, reach up, open wide. Bring the hands together. Turn to your open side. Lean over at any angle, any degree. Remembering to let every exhale resolve at its end, and every inhale inspire. And then come back upright and turn your heart to the other side and lean over at any angle, any degree, any amount. And then come back up. Inhale, reach up, open wide. And exhale, release hands down. Straighten the back leg. and step to the front. Bend your knees, hands to the heart, and spring up and bloom wide open, lifting the faithful heart, hands together, back at center. And then just find an easy way back down onto your hands and knees. And from your hands and knees, walk your knees a little bit further back than you would for a table position, and your hands a little further forward than you would. And drop your chest down and your forehead toward the floor. Belly is moving back towards your thighs. Notice if there's a deep arch in the lower back and mitigate that a little bit. Bring it back to a level position with the rest of the spine by bringing the belly in and up a little bit. And now from here, glide your torso forward and land your thighs and your belly on the ground. Bring your elbows out in front of you. We call this Sphinx pose with the forearms parallel to each other and the elbows under the shoulders in a comfortable distance. Sometimes they need to be a little bit wider if the shoulder joint is tight or compressed or painful. And then from here, lift that faithful heart up and out forward, and then raise the elbows any amount. Deep breaths. You can play with bending your knees, pointing your toes up to the ceiling. You could play with moving your hands a little closer in, lifting the heart a little higher. And then slowly lower everything back down to the ground and walk your hands back under your shoulders. Press up and back, and then tuck your toes and come to some measure of downward facing dog. Long and steady breaths. Easy space in the jaw, in the back of your neck, the base of your throat. And then bring your knees down and shift them to one side and bring your hip to the ground. Now take the leg that's on the bottom and bring it out to the side. And take the leg that was on the top and move it back behind you a little bit. And then put one hand on each thigh. The thigh that's in front of you, press down onto it and roll it out. The thigh that's behind you, press down and roll it in. Lift your heart and your torso and your spine as high as they'll go, as high and as tall as you can be. And breathe. And then perhaps straighten the front leg a little bit and straighten the back leg a little bit. See how that feels. Keep rolling the front thigh out and the back thigh in. And then bend the knees in again and swivel over to the other side. So now you have a new bottom leg that becomes the front leg as it comes out in front of you and the back one behind you. One hand on each thigh. The front leg rolls in, the front leg rolls out and the back leg rolls in. The torso rises high at center. Heart is lifting the whole time. Breath is resolving at each exhale and inspiring with each inhale. And then maybe straighten the legs a little bit more. And then bend the knees in nice and close again and tip over onto the other side. Same thing, but we'll add on. So back leg goes back, front leg comes forward. You'll turn a little bit this time. Hands on the thighs with the same encouragement, front thigh rolling out, back thigh rolling in, lift up tall. And this time, angle your heart in the direction of your front foot as you lean over just a touch. Take the hand that's on the back leg, bring it out in front of your ankle. Take the other hand, put it behind your thigh. Press into the floor. Now turn your heart toward the knee. Lean over that way for a few breaths. And then come back upright and swivel to the other side. Back leg behind you, front leg in front of you. You might find 90-degree angles with each knee. Hands on the thighs, front leg rolls out, back leg rolls in. And then turn your heart toward your foot and lean off in that direction. And then take the hand away from your back leg, put it in front of your ankle, the other one behind your knee, and turn toward your shin and lean a little further. And then come back upright. And gather up the legs together. And then come to a comfortable seat. You can have your legs crossed in front of you, whatever feels supported. Tip your head to one side and let the opposite shoulder sink, drop, be at ease. Feel the space on the side of the neck. Let this be a conscious, active expression of a shape. Meaning it's not just like, oh, we're not really doing much. Let it be something. And let that something be the play between the heavy drop of the head and the active space in the neck, the steady rootedness of the shoulder. And all the while, with this happening here, where's the faithful heart? Can you keep it aloft? And then without compressing any space on either side of your neck, lift the head back up to center and then let it drop to the other side. And as the head hangs heavy sideways, let the opposite shoulder stake its ground down. Feel the space stretching on the side of the neck and the heart turning up and open. And before you come out of it, make sure you're lengthening space away from the shoulder girdle to lift the head back up and easy. And then just do a few simple turns from side to side. And in the simplicity of the movement, find the active, decisive, breath-filled intention with the faithful heart aloft, present, open, and ready to see where it might be of service in the world. The need is overwhelmingly great. And then center. And now both arms, sweep them up and out and up high. And then take a twist to one side within the simplicity of faithful, intentional action. Inhale, reach up, lift tall. Exhale to the other side. Inhale, reach up, lift tall, and then float the arms down. Come onto your back for just a few more simple movements. Roll onto the back, squeeze the knees in nice and close, and then put one foot on the floor and extend the other leg up to the ceiling. And then squeeze both knees in again. Put the other foot on the floor and extend the other leg up to the ceiling. Squeeze both knees in. Take the knees apart wide and the feet stay together. Hold somewhere on top of your knees, shins, ankles, or feet. Draw the feet in close to your belly and push the knees out and away from you wide. And then open one leg at a time out to the side. And then bring the knees in together and drop them over to one side to twist as you turn your heart up and over to the other side. Often feels nice to turn your head opposite the knees, to take the twist all the way up into the neck. And then back up to center and over to the other side. And back up to center. Squeeze the knees in close, curl up, and maybe rock along the length of the spine. And switch the way your legs are crossed. Rock some more. And at some point, find yourself up into a seated position. And pause for some quiet observation of the sensations in your body and the full presence of your breath. And then gently, palms together at your heart. I thank you so much for being here. I will see you all soon. Take good care, everybody. Have a great day. Be well, be well.